Alright, the first drill I'm going to show you is called Got and Sing, which means knock together 5 stars. Now, from position, what you're going to do, using the right hand first, you'll use what's called inside KUNGFU to hit right where your watch would be if you were wearing one. Then you open your hand as if someone had placed a penny in your hand. Without dropping that penny, flip around and come into the KUNGFU position. Then snap towards yourself with 3 fingers closed and 2 pinched, coming very near your opposite chest, KUNGFU. Come around as though you were wiping the sweat off your brow, into Chun, then snap and circle into Wu. Same thing on the other hand. Low gun, Chun, gun, Chun, and Wu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. Alright, the next drill I'm going to show you is called KUNGFU. So from starting position, we lock out the same way we do for the sticky legs exercise. And I start out by swinging my leg outwards, and then using the KUNGFU leg motion, which is comparable to the KUNGFU on the low leg. Then I come up, KUNGFU, which is comparable to the KUNGFU. Then KUNGFU, which is comparable to the KUNGFU. Then I run around again, KUNG, Chun, KUNGFU. Switch legs, KUNG, Chun, KUNGFU, KUNG, Chun, KUNGFU. Alright, now the way that looks with a partner, from starting position, we're both going to use the KUNGFU. Like KUNGFU, KUNGFU travels on the same line. So we lock up, and we both kind of kick our legs out, and then we go KUNGFU. And when they hit, they form a 45-degree angle with each other. Then we reach around, run around, and do the tan leg with our knees crossing on the center line. Then we disengage and both jet downwards, jerking leg. And again, our feet form a 45-degree angle with each other. Then we run around and repeat that cycle again. Gan, tan, jut. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3. Alright, the next exercise I'm going to show is called Bong Tan Pak Tan. So from position, what I'll do is place my bong sao up against the dummy's arm, flip to tan, pak across, back to tan. bong, tan, pak, tan. Alright, now the way that looks with a partner is the combination bong, tan, pak, tan can be used a lot of different ways. For example, if Jim gave me the single straight punch, I could go bong. Then the next punch came tan. The next one, pak. The next one, tan. So at speed that goes bong, tan, pak, tan. Now it could have also been the single punch bong, and I flipped to tan without a punch coming from him. Then the next punch came, that's where the loy pak, and then the tan. Or I might have been from tan here, flipped to bong, then the next one, tan, then the next one, pak, and the next one, tan. So there's different ways you might mix it up. You might also go bong, tan, pak, tan, and use the tan as an iron palm strike. Alright, in the next drill I'm going to show including and excluding punches, which is called KUNGFU. So from position what I'm going to do is pivot, include, pivot, exclude, pivot, include, pivot, exclude. So it'll look like this. Alright, now the way we use inclusion and exclusion with a partner. We'll start with inclusion. For example, when we're open. Because the Wing Chun punch travels down the center line with the elbow in, what it does is it has a tendency to push the opponent's hand in or out. I call that inclusion or exclusion, depending on whether you're pushing him in or pushing him out. So when the jab comes at me, what I can do is use my own straight punch to meet his, and without really intending to knock him inwards, I'm not really doing that. I'm just punching down the center, but I meet it, and the angle of my arm has a tendency to deflect his. So this is called inclusion. Same thing if the rear punch came, include it. Straight again, include it. Now exclusion is when you get to the inside of the opponent's arm. If his hand is coming from slightly outside of center, the Wing Chun punch also has a tendency to exclude a straight punch to the outside. So you get inside the jab and you knock the guy's arm inwards. And again, you're not particularly trying to go out like that. You're just shooting straight to the center and letting the punch exclude. The rear punch, same thing, getting right in from the inside. So it has a tendency to kind of move forward and outward, excluding the punch. So this is what I'm practicing on the dummy. Alright, next I'm going to show you a series of exercise combinations you can do to practice your block with a pivot followed by a hit without pivot. Now the first combination I'm going to do is straight out of Silum Tao. Pak, jing jam. Pak, jing jam. Now my next combination I'll go bong with a pivot, lot fun. Bong with a pivot, a lot fun. My next combination, I'll pivot jump, a lot fun. Pivot jump, a lot fun. Alright, now the way I use these combinations with a partner, say for example we're both pivoted. What I did was pivot with my block and then shoot the strike straight in. Pivot block, shoot the strike straight in. Now I could add the check, so I'd be here and then there. Cock, punch. Pivot, pop, block punch. Pivot, pop, check punch. I could have done the same thing with the jump. Pivot, jump, grab chop. Pivot, jump, grab chop. Or pivot, bong, grab chop. Pivot, bong, grab chop. Alright, my next drill I'm going to do what's called KUNGFU, or fist parries fist. So from position, what I'm going to do is include punch, knocking the dummy's arm inwards. Then after a series of 10, I'll simulate being the person being included by going to the inside. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch, and so on. Alright, now the way we use the KUNGFU drill, like I showed previously with inclusion and exclusion, we have a drill for that. Now, starting position, we're both pivoted. Now, at the beginning, I'll do the including. So when Jim pivot punches, I knock him inwards with my punch. Then again, inwards. So we'll do that 10 times and then we'll switch rolls. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1. And like that. Alright, the next drill I'm going to show is called Tanda Gangda. So from position, what I'm going to do is pivot, Tanda, pivot, Tanda, pivot, Tanda, pivot, Gangda. And again, I don't punch the dummy with my fist. Tanda, 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 Gangda. So 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 2. Alright, now the way that looks with a partner is we're pivoted, and Jim gives me the high punch, so I tanda. Then I have to drop my hand to clear the line and to create power, tanda again. Now when the low punch comes, I circle inside to clear the line and create power, and again here. So it goes high, tanda, low, gangda, high, low, low. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 3. Alright, next I'm going to show how we do a sliding grab into a palm strike. So my hand will reach right down, follow the dummy's arm, grab and palm strike. Alright, now the way that looks with a partner, what I'm doing is grabbing the person's arm and sliding down while hitting him. So if I grab his hand, I'm pulling him into the shot. So I actually like to slide down the arm and then grab him with that little shrinking ring at the end to jerk him into the strike. Now normally you see me doing it here, but if you take and watch half of the drill and just watch one of my hands, what can happen is I'm just pulling and hitting. Pulling and hitting. And a lot of times, whether it's in combat chiso or anything, I'll grab the guy and then hit him with the same hand. So you can pull the guy in and then jerk him into this strike. So the same strike that pulled him into this one could jerk him into the next one. Alright, next I'm going to show a series of drills where I use the half turn from the wooden dummy form. So I'll half turn with my block and finish turn with the strike. So what I'll do is half turn with pak, finish turn palm strike. Half turn pak, finish turn palm strike. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 3. Alright, now I can do that same thing with my bong sao. Half turn bong, finish turn grab chop. Half turn bong, finish turn grab chop. So it would look like 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. Same thing, I could go with half turn jump, finish turn grab chop. Half turn jump, finish turn grab chop. So it would look like 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. Or half turn fuksao, finish turn biu. Half turn fuksao, finish turn biu. So it would go 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. Alright, now the way these half turns work with a partner in a drill form, starting with the first combination, I might half turn with my pak, finish turn with my strike. Half turn pak, finish turn, hit. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, and 3. Now the same thing with jam. I would half turn jam, finish turn, grab chop. Half jam, finish. So it would go 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, and 3. Same thing with bong. Half turn bong, finish turn grab chop. Half bong, finish grab chop. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, and 3. And finally, half turn hook, finish turn bu. Half, finish. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, and 3. Alright, next I'm going to show what I call the Hyun-Da progression. Now the first thing I'm going to do is just pivot jam, pivot Hyun, and hit, Chang-Bai Jam. Then the same thing on the other side, jam, Hyun, and then hit. So there's a pivot on each syllable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3. Now to add to that, what we can do is pivot here. But on the Hyun side, we can add a Chang-Bai Jam and then do the other Chang-Bai Jam. So it goes 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4. Alright, now the way this looks with a partner is, for example, if Jim had given me the pivot punch, I would pivot jam, Hyun it open, and then hit. And again from the other side, jam, Hyun it open, and then hit. Now, I could have just as easily, if we were closed, used the jam here, spread it open, and then hit. Or against the rear cross, jam, Hyun it open, and then hit. So it could have gone from the inside or the outside. Could have been that one here and going to the inside, or that one going to the inside. So it works either way. Now the next move in the progression, starting from a pivoted position, was to go jam, Hyun hit, hit again. Jam, Hyun hit, hit again. And again, let's say we were closed, I could be going jam, Hyun hit, hit again. Or jam, Hyun da, hit again. Or from a closed position this way, I might go from the inside. Here, spread them open, hit, hit again. Or the rear one came here, spread them open, hit again. Alright, now in a situation where I use pak da against Jim's jab and he blocks it, So if he jabs at me and I say, do this, that's a good time when I'll flop down into the Hyundai Chiangdai jam. Because what happened was I stopped the jab, went in, and his hand wants me to go that way. So I say, fine, you want my hand to go that way? I'll go that way. Latch on with that 3-finger grip, 2 fingers pinched, and spread them open for the hit to the body. Then I could follow again with that second shot. So to do the second of the progression, it would look like this here. Alright, next I'm going to go Gangjam-sao, Kwon-sao. But I'm going to add footwork. What I'm going to do is step and face, Gangjam, step slide, and Moi Kwon. Step and face, step slide. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 3. Alright, now I'll show those two movements in drills separately. Now first of all, the Gangjam-sao. If we're both pivoted and we both do Gangjam at the same time, we could practice toughening up the Gangjam-sao here. Just this way. Now there's also a drill called Moi Kwon-sao, in which I pull down his hand and he flips to Moi Kwon. I pull down and he flips to Moi Kwon. Then to switch it, he just pulls me, I'll stop that with Wu-sao, and as he pulls me down, I flip to Moi Kwon. So the drill goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Alright, next I'm going to practice my elbow striking. So what I'm going to do is step up bone, lap-sao, elbow, chop, pak chan. Then I'll do a reverse triangle footwork. Bone, grab, elbow, chop, turn jam. Reverse, bone. Alright, now the way I could use these movements in actual combat, say for example we were open. If Jim gave me the jab, I might go bong, grab, elbow, chop, chan. Now in a drill form, if he did a triangle stance punch, Sam got my punch, then I would just go bong, grab, elbow, chop, chan. Again, bong, grab, elbow, chop, chan. So it goes 1, 2, 3, like that. Alright, next I'm going to work on some of my complex motions with samgatma or triangle footwork. So to begin with, what I'll do is the triangle footwork, gang jam style. And again, on the other side. Now I could easily have changed that to KUNGFU and practiced it here. It could have also been the other way. It doesn't have to be either particular side forward. Now I could also do my complex attacks the same way. For example, I could do triangle step tanda, or ganda, or hinda chandai jan, or landa chauku, or chandai jan. Now the way I can use these complex motions in a drill form is when Jim gives me the triangle step punch, I might triangle step loi kwan, starting with the jam, then kind of hang on and keep doing the loi kwan sa with the triangle. Now, if he went into a pull punch, I could do the triangle step moi kwan. Now, for complex attacks, say against the triangle step high punch, I might go into tanda. Or the low punch, gangda. Now if that punch came high again, I might go into my Muay Jet Fun, outside jerking handed chop. Or Wu Da Chan. Or I might go Landa Chao. Alright, next I'm going to show you something called chasing. First I'll do it with bong and tanda. So what my combination is going to be is from bong, sticking to it, I'll come into the tanda motion. Toima, then I'll come here to the middle. Look at bong, then I'll chase it around to the side. So each time, I chase the dummy around in a circle. Now I could do that same thing with jam, kunda changai jam, jam, kunda changai jam. Alright, the next chasing exercise I'm going to show goes from pak to tanda. Pak, tanda, pak, tanda. You could also do that same thing with fuk, kuda chang jam. Fuk, kuda chang jam. Alright, now the way I use the chasing principle, first of all, with the tan and bong. When I feel my hand has been trapped and is held onto, if he pulled and punched there and this hand was completely tied, it would be safe for me to turn to tan and then go in for a strike. If I were here, I wouldn't so much want to turn to tan because I'd be facing that punch. But if I know that either I have that hand trapped and his punch came, or whether he has my hand trapped and that punch came, it's safe then to open up and use that chasing motion. It would be safe anytime when you were in hand contact with him here. If your hand was touching his hand here, it's safe to turn it to that direction. See, now I never cross bong like this. I never used the cross bong in that situation. But if my arm were being pushed down or whatever, I know that I can then use that chasing, what's called guatsao, carrying the opponent's hand from one side of the line to the other. Now the same thing with the other drill. When that punch came here, I can just use that exact motion to carry and then hit. Now I don't particularly like to look at that big punch. I prefer to use this to carry and hit only if I knew that it was safe. For example, if I had seen that punch coming and I knew I was stepping to the outside of it, that would be a safe time to use that motion. I could use that just like I showed before with the can of worms situation, where when I feel that I've opened him up but I'm looking at the big punch, then I can use that as a block. The other time when I might do it is if that punch were coming and I use the inside jump. Now it is safe to carry him to the hit and then hit again. So you generally would use a guatsao motion to carry someone's hand past the line when it is no longer a threat to you. You never carry a hand across the line while it's coming at you. You never do that. If a low punch were coming at me, I would not want to do this. That would be considered a gyusao error, which I talked about in the Suyum Tao tapes, in the centerline theory. we never want to carry a hand across the line when it's still a thread. But once that hand is stopped, it's safe to carry it. That's what's called guatsao. Alright, next I'm going to show an exercise where you can pivot with one block and not pivot with the second block. So for example, pivot jam, no pivot bong. Jam, bong. Now you could do the same thing, pivot gums out, and then no pivot raise bong. Pivot gum, raise bong. Or pivot gum, box out. Pivot gum, box out. Now another thing you could do here is pivot with your bong and then woos out. Pivot bong, snap the woos out. Alright, next I'm going to show a series of exercises where I step off with a grab and do a double kick, what is known as a mo yin gyuk, or shadowless kick. That means kicking twice without putting the foot down. Now in the first combination I'll use all front kicks. So I'm going to step off, grab, and then I'm going to go high kick, low kick. Step off, grab, high front kick, low front kick. Now I can reverse that, step off, grab, low, high. Now another way I can go with that is to use a side kick instead. So I could step off, grab, high side, low side. Step off, grab, high side, low side. Or reverse that, grab, low side, high side. Now I can mix them, and I can say, for example, step off, grab, high front, low side. Or reverse that, high side, low front. Or go backwards. Step off, low front, high side. Or vice versa, step off, low side, high front. Alright, now the way I use this grab kick principle for combat. Say for example we're closed. Anytime when I feel bridge contact with my opponent's hand, I can pull him into a kick. And that pull adds power to my kick. It also keeps him from bouncing back when he gets kicked. So the first drill I showed like the front kick going up and then down. So from here, if I wanted to, I could go low and then high with the front kick. Later on I showed you how to go high and then low with the front kick. I also showed you how to go high with the side kick, or I showed you how to go low with the side kick. If the rear cross came here, you could go low with your side kick here. Or if that same cross came, you could have gone high front, low side. Or the front jab, I could have gone low front, high side. Or the jab, I could have gone low side, high front. So you can mix them around any way you want. The main objective is learning to pull the opponent in the opposite direction that you're kicking, so that you add power to your kick, and also you keep him from flying backwards after you kick him. Alright, next I'm going to do what's called Loi Kwan Sao snaking. So what I'm going to do is cling to the dummy's arm and snake around. So you see the low hand sneaks underneath, while the high hand flips over the top. And I flip around, clinging to the dummy's arms. Now I can do that same thing with Moi Kwan Sao, or Tan and Bong structure, with the Tan flipping over the top. So I like to combine them by going 1, 2, 3, then I disengage, run to the other position, 1, 2, 3, then I disengage, run to the other position, 1, 2, 3, disengage. Alright, now the way I use the snaking, okay, it's mainly to feel yourself control the opponent's arm while you're in contact. So let's say, for example, in sticky hands, okay, I use that snaking feeling anytime like I want to work my way around the opponent's hands and sort of control his arm with a circular motion. Anytime I want to say circle to the inside and hit, or if my hand's already in contact and I want to circle over the top to hit. You use that sort of a feeling of controlling the opponent's arm in a circle, whether it's from the inside or the outside. In the case of Tan flipping to the outside and then going down, like I did on the drill, remember how the Tan slipped over here? Well, in a case of that, the Tan here might slip over and become a hit. Or if it was on this side, the Tan slipping over, that's the feeling. Okay? Now in this drill, where the bong went under and became Tan. Okay? A situation like that, okay, first of all, the entire sticky hands roller, you're doing that. The bong flips under and becomes into a hit. Now in the drill, when the Hyun Sao circles under, become Jan. Hyun Sao becomes Jan. Well, what can happen is, for example, I might go in from the bottom here, circle around, and open them this way. Or from Bong, Hyun Sao might open them for here, and then the Jan might be considered the strike. So that would be a snaking form. And vice versa, the Jan becoming Hyun would be any time when I'm come into contact with this hand and circle it to the hit. So when you combine all those things, you have the idea of controlling the opponent's hands with circular motion. Whether you're circling outside, or whether you're circling over or around, whatever. You could circle from the outside in to the hit, or you could circle from the inside out to the hit.